Oh yeah, that's right, Questo. 15 minutes early after 45 minutes late. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is our third episode of our Dark Souls Remastered live stream series where we're just chilling, playing as a noob slash cleric. I know that's a weird description, but it's the truth. Let's jump into the game. Let's do it. All right. Checking the volume, it is working. Okay. I hate that I have to check all this shit. It should just work. Alrighty. Oh yeah, I saw like the giveaway alerts that were running were showing the wrong game, so I fixed that. Sorry about that to you viewers that might be confused. So I am going to, like, if you're just tuning in and you haven't seen the previous episodes, we just killed the vomit beast in the depths. Is that the gaping dragon? I think it's what it's called. All right. So we are going to make our way down to Blighttown. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and spend these. I don't think there's any reason to hoard these souls. All right, we'll get endurance to 20. I'm pretty sure this is a soft cap. Let's see. Stamina, 1. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe the soft cap for endurance is at 40. I can't remember. It's been way too long. I gotta watch my own guide. Maybe it's Dark Souls 2 where it's at 19 or 20. But yeah, getting it to 20 is totally fine with me. I'll hang out there for a bit, and then we'll start bumping up vitality some. Get that to 20. I always look at 20 as a good number for those two. All right. That is true, Queso. That is the number one determining factor on when I want to go live. And I know you know that. So that is good intel. Feed me that intel. Also, Casey, can you make sure that the you tried and you died emotes are working? I added those the last stream, and I don't know if anybody got an opportunity to use them, honestly. Get back here, rat. What up, Chad? Mr. Middleton. Chad, I know your name, your full legal name. Now I just need the last 4 of your social, your mother's maiden name, the street you grew up on, your first pet's name, your kindergarten teacher's last name, and what else? I know there's one that I'm missing. Let's see. It's pretty dark down here. Have I tweaked something, and it's too dark for me now. Yes. Okay, there we go. It might not be too dark for you guys, but it's way too dark for me, but it's fixed now for me. Oh, big boy. Oh, dude. When Dark Souls dropped on the Switch, I've got a funny little montage from playing Dark Souls on the Switch. Oh! Why'd you do it to me? Oh! No. Do not. Do not. What? As I say, do not target lock these dudes on these bridges, man. Dung pie, that's mine. Give me that. Feed me your pie of dung. I think I can parry these dudes. It's been like a million years. Yeah, okay. Oh no, is Blow Dart guy already shooting? He can't hit me from here, can he? Oh! That was not... I didn't know what that attack was. That's got to be... That swing right there might be the easiest parry in the game. Wasn't sure what I wanted to do there. Hello, Gopna. I don't like hearing the blow dart guy beneath me. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm hearing. It's funny that you mentioned Kingdom Come Deliverance, because I was just talking about that game. I really need to play it. Hey, Queso, yesterday when you were watching and George showed up and we were talking about the Dead Space and whatever that other game is that I continually can't think of, I don't remember if he responded. Do you recall? Did George show up and then have a stroke and disappear? I was about to try to parry that guy with a fucking cloth rag in my hand. And I just L1'd instead of L2'd. What a fantastic enemy. I guess I can target and shield up and just circle back around him if I want to speed this up. I just don't like target locking because if I dodge in this area, it's so easy to just roll right off the fucking bridge. Womp. See, how is that not a backstab? That's just silly. Ooh. I see dudes staring up at me. One's climbing the ladder. They want this. They want some action. Give them some satisfaction. Alright, come on. He was so eager to come get me. He was so eager.
For just $5 a month,
you can sponsor a child. That's stupid. Who the hell would want to do that? Let's get a grab. The grab jump. Kick ass. A Takeo digital sport. Oh my god. Dude, I didn't even think about that. I'm sorry, Casey. I'm sorry, dude. I was not baiting you to fucking put those emotes in there. I was not. I feel bad, dude. I did not mean to do that to you. I didn't even think about like mods not being able to use emotes. I just assumed you were able to do so. Sorry, bud. Well, I just ensured Queso won't be able to eat for the next year. Sorry. Well, at least you're gonna be healthy. Dude, I saw that blow dart coming in at the... like right there, yeah. That's why I put my shield up instead of trying to parry at the right time. I was too worried about the blow dart. Dude, how is he getting these sick angles on me? Stop it. Stop it! Dude, if I get hit by that fucking blow dart, I'm gonna be pissed. The range is so crazy. Well, now Questo has to enter... Oh, I thought he was gonna fall. All the game giveaways and win them all. Queso has a built-in luck factor on Discord game giveaway entries. Every one time he presses enter, it's worth 1,000 entries. Good luck, other losers. Yeah, I didn't think he said anything after that. But I'm pretty sure that was him that wanted to see me play that game. So hopefully I did. Hopefully I didn't fuck that up. But yeah, either way, that is the plan. So I'm gonna message him and make sure that that he still wants me to play that, and that he will at least be able to watch like a replay or something. Dude, I made Casey update his payment info. I've got special powers. I'm being very chill in this opening 10, 15 minutes of this episode. I feel no risk, but I'm seeing these toxic darts accumulate in the woods next to me. All right, let's get them. I said woods, but I obviously meant wood. For all you League of Legends gamers out there, that is the original Teemo. No! There is nothing I could do there. Oh my god. Well, the good thing is they're nakeds, so I can just stagger. Oh! I can stagger them. It's not that I'm like utterly unfamiliar with the spear. It's just definitely not a weapon that I'm used to using. I do like holding it like this though. That's pretty fun. So playing this game has got me thinking again about the Souls games and which ones I like, and I'm pretty convinced that replay factor. I think Dark Souls 2 might be near the top of the list. Now we're not gonna put like Elden Ring in there for replay factor because that's just, there's so much to that game that it obviously should be at the top with replayability. But Dark Souls 2 is just such a unique game that, man, it just feels, I don't know. When you play Dark Souls 1 and you play Dark Souls 3, you feel like you're playing, you know, just a more modern continuation of Dark Souls, right? And that makes sense because that's what it is. But Dark Souls 2 feels like a different game. So when you go back and play it, it's like you're playing a standalone game and not like a continuation of the Dark Souls franchise. I kind of think about it like Zelda and Zelda 2. They're just very different games, right? But it's cool to go back to play Zelda 2 because you're like, wow, this is just so different that it gives you that kind of satisfying, unique experience. And so, like, I'm never gonna say, hey, Dark Souls 2 is my favorite. That's just not gonna happen. But I definitely am fond of it. I'm not sure if I want to get the Uchigatana or not. Damn you, bastard. Are we in human form? No, okay. No humanity. I probably should, though. It's been a minute. This looks like an easy jump. Why did that used to be so intimidating? Am I just a big boy now? Doing big boy things and don't fear the... Oh yeah, it's not the Uchigatana, it's the Yaito. I'm trying to remember, is there any danger here? There's dogs, but they don't approach me just yet. Don't worry, Casey. At some point, I'm gonna check that jump scare clip at the slime place from yesterday and make sure to upload that for you. I know that one was an all-timer. I probably broke eardrums on that one for the viewers. We've got soft humanity, so let's do that. Humanity restored. Kindle. You want to hear the oldest man thing you'll hear in a long time? So if you've been watching my streams, you'll notice that my drinks have always been over here, and I would like reach over and grab it and drink, reach over. My shoulder has been so bad that I bought like a cup holder that I can anchor to my desk, and now it's over here, and now I'm using this thing. I'm old. It's tough. It's a tough life. This is a tough life. Let's go. Man, I don't remember what entirely is over here. I don't think it's worth coming over here, but I want to like scratch that itch. And also, we're playing from the state of mind that we don't know what the fuck is here. Whee! How did that not kill him? That's impressive. Surviving the Omega Plunge attack. So these kind of steps always creep me out. The moving... oh, this one's not moving. Never mind. And also the tree here that like you slide off of and fall to your death. I love that one. That one's a big laugh riot. Feels good every time. Do we care about crossing this way? Probably not. I'm glad you have a cup holder like that, Queso. It makes me feel more manly. If Queso's got it, then I'm still a man beast. All right, let's see. I think we got some pups, right? Some pups around here, some fire pups. I see it down there, but is that the one I'm thinking of? I'm pretty sure they aggro from pretty good distance. Doggies. These are some small pups. It feels kind of sad. They're just a little boy. Should have done that. He's just a boy. Okay. This seems like an area, if you were playing this for your first time, like, you would not want to be here. This is a very snail's pace kind of zone where you can't see most of the shit around here. You can hear a lot of enemies. It's just very... It's going to leave you in a very anxious situation. Anytime you see one moving towards you, you should take that as a gift and separate yourself from the others. Again, the good thing about these guys is they're naked, so you can just spam attack. As long as you've got the endurance for it, they'll never be able to swing on you. You just stun lock them with attacks. So it's nice. Very easy. Come on down here, buddy. Are you wearing green socks? Or you just got some real stank feet? Well, while we're waiting, I'll loot your friend. This guy's playing hard to get. That's it. I'm coming to get you. Ha! That's what you get. The ultimate combo. Alright. And we can... I think this thing breaks, maybe? Maybe to my right? Don't want to jump down. Don't want to test it out. Doesn't seem to be a reward for doing that. Could be ill-advised. Oh, man. Blow dart guy would have respawned, so I don't really want to invite him. We wouldn't really know about this. I feel kind of silly for coming over here. We saw the shiny, right? So I guess it's not like the worst thing in the world to say, maybe I can go up here. But that definitely would not have been something that we would have figured out so quickly, at least. This would be a normal curiosity. Oh boy. I definitely don't like, yeah, nothing there for me, to my knowledge. I think one day I'm going to get one of those mods on this game where I can just let the camera loose, look at all the weird shit. That's how those people make, like, you know, videos where they're just flying around the level and looking through closed off areas and stuff. I never really funked with that, but it is something that I would like to do for a game like this. It's pretty cool. It's a little bit played out on this game in particular. Dude, where's this guy gonna get to me? He's going the whole way. Come on. The last thing I want to do is just continue forward with this guy pursuing me across the whole maze and not realize that he's like right behind me at some point and just whomps me off the ledge. Where's he at? He gets stuck? I think he got stuck. Alright, fuck it. Oh wait, there he is. He's climbing up the ladder now. Come on, boy. Okay, I think he can't figure out how to get to me. I'm OP. I am OP. See what we can see from here. Lots of shinies. Ooh, another shiny. Just gotta watch that guy. Make sure he's not sneaking up. I'm actually surprised we could see as much as we can, right? If I had a blood stain down there, I'd be able to see it, which is pretty cool. I think you can see a blood stain at any distance. There's been moments where I've played Dark Souls and you loot, like your blood stain just vanishes. It goes through the, like it clips through the earth. So it'd be cool to have one of those mods where you could just remove things and see where it actually ended up. Oh! Whoa! Oh. Dark guy. I'm trying not to get out in front because I don't want the dark guy to be able to hit me. So I'm using this as a little bit of a shield. Dark dudes are super tilting. This is not an area that I would suggest climbing or descending on ladders when you can just drop, because they're not very tall. And you can get hit by the blow dart guy if you're not careful, so. Oh, I wanted to see him leap to his doom. He kind of did. What? So high for the honey. So high for the money. The way Cartman just like goes hard on that cracks me up. I'm not gonna attempt that, even though I just did. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. That'll cost you extra. I gotta see who did that. Vanito Bambino, thank you for the $2 dues. Man, when you guys use the super chat, you gotta use them dollars to say something super. I know you've got great wisdom to share with us, man. Jacob Bailey, yo! Got all set up for the DLC last night. It actually wasn't too bad. We still haven't gone in yet. I'm trying to clear the Painted World. Yes. Painted World and then the DLC. Two really pretty fantastic zones. I feel like the Painted World is almost like a DLC. Like a micro DLC. Because most people don't experience it. Jacob, I think you're the one that showed up the other day and was telling me you watched my video on how to get to the DLC, so that checks out. I know the first time I saw this fucking thing, I was very uninterested in that. This, if you guys don't understand the psyche of me, this is why I don't like deep ocean. Because creatures like this, that's where they live. Because if this thing lives on land, humans obliterate it. We fucking kill the shit out of this thing on sight. This monster would live in the ocean and in the deep ocean where humans don't go. Because anywhere else we would eradicate this thing, it would have been extinct long ago. It is fucking hideous. It is my own survival instinct to want to nuke that thing, want to hit it with a napalm strike, a tactical laser strike from the heavens. I'm convinced that is why I'm so disgusted by the sight of things like that, because the only place a creature like that would exist is in a place where man should not be, and thus I am in danger if that thing is in my presence, right? I don't think it's necessarily shocking or surprising that some of the deep sea disgusting goblin-like monsties also can look like viruses or parasites and things like that. They're just fucking crazy. Yeah, and we should all hit them with every ounce of weaponry we have. Anyways, I'm rambling. Am I gonna play Monster Hunter Wilds? That is a great question. And I can tell you that I want to, but I have a big fear about getting into that game and realizing that it's like an MMO and I just have to constantly play it. That's what I'm worried about. I'd be setting myself up for failure and you guys up for failure, honestly. Because if you wanted to see me play it, you'd be very let down. Because I would probably crash and burn. I'm trying to land crits only to dodge these fucking darts. That is literally the only reason. What was that? Oh yeah, the delayed death scream. It's been a long time since I heard that. So what is the... I'm trying to remember. What's the best way to get up here? I guess there's... Oh, he's hitting me. There's going to be a ladder. Maybe? No, it's been so... Oh, I can't. I see it. I see it. I see it. These are just drop downs. And then... more drop downs. Yeah, the good thing is you want to pay attention to the torches. The torches are super helpful in this zone. Okay, this is where we go to kill the blow dart guy. Yeah, getting stuck in the painted world is pretty brutal. I won't judge you for being afeared of that. Wait, when did those... Oh, those are different dogs. I was gonna say, when did those guys respawn? But there's nothing... Doesn't look like they're really guarding any loot that I can see. I think we snagged the good stuff already. We can do that in a second. I think I left a piece of loot. Will I even be able to get back up to get that though? Hold on, let me see. We might have to worry about that piece of loot. What? Chungus? What are you gonna do, Chungus? Climb the ladder? I don't think so. Oh, are you gonna fall down? Alright. Let's do this first. Yeah, those are pretty much Resident Evil dogs. That's the way that I look at those dogs, for sure. You know what's kind of crazy? So you guys know the wooden water wheel? Alright, I guess it's maybe... Is it a water... I guess it's not a water wheel, because it's... it's literally propelled by the firehounds. What else? I talked myself into the solution there. It's not a water wheel. It looks like a water wheel, but it is a wheel powered by doggy. And you can't fucking kill that dog. So it's just in this wheel trap forever. It's kind of sad. Maybe we'll bust out the binoculars when we get over there and show ya. I don't like that at all. They put that there just to be a dick. They're like, you know what? Maybe we'll get a cheap old collision bounce off. A spear might be good here. I would definitely throw firebombs at this. There's no chance in hell I would try to get close to this thing. But I don't think you can see its health unless you're outside. So it's really frustrating. Let's see. How close? I don't even know if it can hurt us from over here, honestly. It's been too long. Stabbing. Oh! There's a blow dart guy hitting me. Okay. And he just fell? Or something just fell. Since I got a moss clump, I'm gonna think it's the blow dart guy. Yeah, and the blow dart guys are the only ones that just give you loot when they die, I think. You otherwise have to loot them. Okay, so maybe that parasite thing, the wall hugger, can't hurt you from this side. It would make sense. Pyromancy, power within. Very strong. Yeah, and we just saw where that was a second ago, but this is good because we see this ladder here, so this might actually get me to where I wanted to go for a second. If I can get back up. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So I think... Yeah, I think we saw a shiny on... Oh, it's... Okay, it's further down. Yeah. I know what that is, but my character doesn't. And my character wants it. But I can tell you that we will never use it. It is the Eagle Shield. I'm pretty sure it's the Eagle Shield. If it's not the Eagle Shield, it is a shield. Like a tall, tower-looking shield. Okay, so we went there. Now we gotta go through this corridor and kill Chungus. Chung Daddy. Oh, I just rolled right into that. That was a strong play. No, not you. Did you like that sidestep maneuver? Alternating backstabs. Oh, I still took the damage? No! I don't think I've ever seen that. That was like... Oh, I thought he was almost dead. What am I doing? I don't think I've ever seen the, like, simultaneous hit and the backstab. Ooh, that's not good. I've seen the animation where, like, you would get hit or they would get backstab, but only, like, one would actually go through. To my recollection, at least. I guess it's probably got like a 1 frame period of vulnerability there, like an overlap or lack of overlap rather. We know what's special over here. This is where the Indiana Jones is born. We would see that, probably. We'd be curious about this place. We would see that when we were going through the fog door. But also, I don't think we would be, like, super eager to check that out. I don't think we would. Damn it! This is the only part I don't like about being a cleric, is I'm so used to, like, spamming my shield for fun that I'll just randomly cast a miracle because I think I have my shield in my hand. So if we drop down... Alright, we see that chest there. Okay. I think we have to... The only way we can get that item... I know that. But I think the only way that my character would now understand that we can get that item is to drop down. So we decide to do so. Because we want to know. So to me, and it's been a minute, to me, it looks like the hugging the wall and then dropping down would be the right play. The only thing that makes me nervous about that is these pieces of wood in between us and the drop down. This game likes to, like, ricochet you off of things, like slingshot you into the middle of fucking nowhere. So that actually makes me a little nervous. So I'm almost wondering if it's better to just walk forward off of this. It looks like it's probably the better move. Oh! Did you see what I'm saying, though? I hit that thing, and it almost pushed me off. So, yeah, I think approaching the way that I did is better. But I think I should have moved a little bit slower. The one thing I didn't want to do was walk off too slow and have it, like, fall short. That would have sucked. Oh, man. This looks totally fine, right? I shouldn't be worried about just walking forward here. Okay. It's crazy. It always looks like it's much further than it is. No. It's just the most logical weapon for me right now based off of resources. But I'm going to use a slashing weapon as well. And maybe a bonk weapon. So like a club type thing. We'll have like 3 styles of damage. I think that's the sound solution. I'm trying to decide if we can actually keep those guys from spitting fire by spamming our spear. I think we can. I also have to be aware that there's a blow dart guy somewhere around here. But I don't know that yet. Oh, we hear him now. Whoa. So can we see him? Okay, we see him. So yeah, this is why you don't want to descend ladders, because blow dart guy could just chew through you while you're super slow. So when you can drop down a ladder, you do it. I hate that. I fucking hate that so much. The jump instead of the roll. You basically have to stop running for a split second to successfully roll. It's really annoying. Otherwise, it's a gamble every time. This might be my favorite armor set. Oh, I forgot about these fuckers. I just think the Wanderer set is cool. I think one of the pyro things fell. Because I thought there was another one up there with me. Okay. I bet most of you have not looked at these creatures in depth. And we probably won't have time because of the fucking mosquito. Well, the spear's going to be good for these guys at least. Well, sometimes. So these fire dudes were actually people. I'll try to show you that here in a second. So we're playing noob mode and we don't know that we want to run this way. So I think at this point, oh, I would just be trying to kill this shit. The spear is very good here. This is probably one of the best weapons for this scenario. Oh man. So many mosquitoes. Get off of me, you fucks. Ah! If that was real life, I'd be flipping the fuck out. Alright, look at these guys, right? Take a look. That piece that's waggling on top, that is the head. The shoulders and the back, that's a man, right? Fucking bugs. And... Die! It won't get low enough for me to hit it. Okay, there we go. You fucks. Okay. Maybe we can look now. All right. Let's see their hands, right? Look at the left. That's the hand. That is the normal hand of the human. Same over here. So they got two hands. They got the back with the head and the shoulders. And then the rest of the body is like some kind of bug thing where it's crazy, dude. The reason you know it's a human or a humanoid is because if we sat down here and killed those fuckers and only those fuckers for like however long, we'd get a soft humanity. And only peoples give soft humanities. You fuck. I hate these things. I think this zone is totally fine. Except for those fucking mosquitoes. And yeah, the poison's annoying. But it's the mosquitoes, man. Those bastards. They're the worst. I remember getting a soft humanity while I was killing those things. Because when you're down here, you kill those creatures a lot. You use this bonfire maybe more than any other bonfire. Because you're getting poisoned, like there's a lot of reasons to use this bonfire. Especially me, because I would farm those boulder things and try to get the pickaxe to drop. Oh, God. Why does Dark Souls, why does Fromsoft hate me so much and make the pickaxe like the hardest item to get in their games? These cocksuckers. Anyways, I remember getting soft humanity from them, the fire dudes, and that, like I said earlier in a previous episode, you can only get soft humanity from killing humanoid type creatures, and so that was super surprising. And then I was like, I started to pay more attention to the anatomy of that monster, and you can see it's definitely it was a human at some point. I want to know more about those creatures, like what the fuck happened to them. Seeing this here, I would not trust this for a fucking second. Like, this just seems like such a trap, right? I feel as though they meant to have something here, and they just didn't do it. There really should have been something here. Like, I don't know, maybe when you drop in here, it starts flooding from there. It'd be cool if it started flooding with blood, and the blood is the same effect that the mosquitoes have on you when they're spraying you with blood or whatever it is. And then, like, some kind of monster that slops around in the water, and the blood comes out from somewhere. I'm making a modded Dark Souls game with new creatures. If I had those kind of skills, I'd do it. That'd be fun. Are the bleed weapons good here? Yeah, they are good. Bleed weapons are really good if you, like, you're doing a special run, right? So let's say your run is limiting your level in some way, or you can't, like, improve your weapons or whatever. Having a bleed weapon will really be good for you, because you'll be hitting the boss a lot, and then you'll get a big chunk of damage when the bleed spikes. So yeah, it's totally good and viable. Oh. 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 If we saw that, we would be freaking out, right? Like, oh shit. Oh shit! But also we'd be like, oh, she's naked. This should be easy, right? I tried to parry her, but I was to the side. I was kind of playing defense and offense at the same time. That's a bad move. Bye-bye. What? Did I just remember how to do the jump attack? Oh, whoa. Whoa. How did I do that? Oh, it's the kick with the R2 instead of the R1. I couldn't remember. God damn. Yes. I have remembered. Fuck yeah. That is... I couldn't figure it out. I kept talking about it, and I was like, how do I do the jump attack? I can't remember. And then I just thought it was a move set for the weapons that I didn't have, and so I'm like, Fuck. Oh, feels good. Feels good to be back. Hey, yes, we have got attacks again. We can kill. We can kill. Yes. Jumpy shooty. Never stoppy. I am OP. Alright, let's see. Oh!
Hello again. Strange to meet away from the clan and the forest. But while you are here, how about some equipment? I love collecting these things. But I can only keep so many. And you know, you are a friend. I'll sell them cheap.
Looking skyward. Flamberge. I've never paid attention if it's actually flamberge or flamberge or maybe something else. You know, this is a fantastic vendor to have, but they would not benefit us in any way, really. Slow loss of weapon durability. This makes sense if you're going to use crystal weapons, right? Otherwise, I don't see the purpose. Especially when you only have 2 ring slots, right? I wonder how many people never see this guy. Can we see... What? I didn't even notice I was getting poisoned. Rip. Alright, let's go back. And again, this is why, like, oftentimes you'll just revisit the bonfire, because if you're not ready to accept the poison and just run around the zone and just deal with the poison, like, it is frustrating. We've had 2 people kindle the bonfire since we've been here, so that's good. The game is alive and well. All right, let's see what you said. Learn about the mimic bonfires that were removed but still hidden with the glitch. Mimic bonfires for this game. They kind of do have a mimic bonfire of sorts in Dark Souls 2. All right, we see items to the left somewhere, so I think we're gonna go ahead and make our way. Just gonna start figuring out what we want to loot. We know getting poisoned is just a thing. We don't know about the rusted iron ring. That is not in our knowledge bank right now. So we just struggle through this place. We see slugs. We hate slugs. We don't want. Run away. Thankfully, the poison is not, like, too detrimental, right? Just gotta be careful that once you accumulate this train of enemies, that you're aware that if you're gonna stop, you want to be sure you know what you're doing. Yeah, I think if they would have put mimic bonfires in this game, that would have been pretty troll, because it's it's the first. But the chests, like the mimic chests, are good enough, right? Slugs. Slugs are just awful creatures. Man, our Estus flask is so shit. Pardon-moi. Ooh. Scusi. See if I can bait them to turn in a different direction real fast. Ha ha! Yeah, boy! Oh! We're so slow! Help me! This guy's having a good old time. Slug dance. He's summoning other slugs. I mean, that looks pretty obvious that we could probably crawl up to that. But, I want to make sure that we loot everything down here first. Woo! You almost got me. Ha ha! I knew you were going to do it. Nice try, slugs. Losers. Oh! Okay. So, new player. Never gonna discover this. They're gonna get up here, and that's it. They find plank shield, they're like, ah! And they turn. You might accidentally knock into that wall or do something silly, like roll into it or do something, right? But you're not gonna know. You're just not gonna know. Illusory walls where, like, there's an obvious door frame, but no door. Those you can understand where a player's like, yeah, man, I found that shit. But just randomly fucking whomping on an inside of a tree, expecting a hidden passageway to reveal itself? No. No. That's not happening. It could, like I said, it could accidentally happen. But you don't fool me, video game. All right. Get up off me. We are about to encounter Boulder Boys. Super Smash Bros. Oh! This is a very good weapon. Hug, hug, hug. Woo! Shit. Not knowing the Super Smash Bros. Yet, that's a dangerous encounter. All right, we see some loots. The hard part about this is that we would have probably ran like that and would not have noticed the opening, right? Just wouldn't noticed it. I could reasonably expect a player to just be completely oblivious to that opening there and never find Quelaag. Because it's not like you want to fucking hang out here. You want to keep on the move. So that's going to be like a hard thing to spot if you ran like the way that I did, right? Like hunting down loot. If they really wanted to give people a reason to find that and make sure that they didn't just completely get fucked over, they should have put loot very close to the front of that opening. Like, put a shiny right near the entrance. Put a dead fucking body there of a NPC that was working their way to Quelaag or Quelana or whoever the fuck. And, you know, it makes sense. There's a fucking fallen hero there. So there's a soul of a fallen hero. But nope. Can we see the doggy from here? Problem is I can't stop and like chill at the moment. I used to always roll off of that and it's just not necessary. Shame DS2 isn't on the Switch. I think it would struggle immensely. There, you can see the dog. Fuckers! Get away! So that dog, even though it's like easily targetable with a bow or something, you can't hurt it. What a sad life for Pupper. Again, pay attention to torches. Torches are really important. Torches in Blighttown guide the way. Fucking darts. Ooh, that was a close one. Because this guy keeps firing at us, we would definitely go in here. We'd be like, what the fuck, bro? Oh! One of them fell. Nice. That's mine. Uh-oh. That's bad. Uh-oh. 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 Zigzag. Zigzag! No! Oh. Son of a bitch! Now, we did read those item descriptions earlier. Not today, but when we were in the forest. So, my character knew about that shit. We've been doing a good job of learning Dark Souls and saying, okay, well, you would have found the basement a long time ago if you would have read the fucking description of the key. But once you get burned by realizing that you need to read everything and don't take it for granted, then you can start putting most things together and be prepared for most situations. Just get that shit out of the way. What about this little bowl? Okay, that's not a problem. Oh. Those guys should always drop the ones that allow you to cure toxin. So our character sees that. We don't know what the fuck that is. We know it's guarded. We know these dogs aren't that much of a problem, but they look like a problem when we've got a lot of them. And then we've got Blow Dart asshole that it's actually a bad thing that he fell down there. It's gonna make life a little bit tougher for us. I personally think, and this is something that I would do as a noob, I weigh the chances here, right? I don't really have ranged attack. I know that if I go down there, all 3 of those dogs are going to aggro, and that Blow Dart guy is going to be on me. So that's 4 enemies. That's not good. That is not a good time. Especially with dogs that are jumpy. I can see here that even if I drop down here, none of the other dogs should see me at all. I can possibly kill one or both dogs with a plunging attack, and I'd be good. I'm gonna take some damage for sure, but like everything lines up to make this the right decision. Yep. There's just like, you shouldn't come to any other conclusion if you're trying to get this item safely. And this is huge for our character because we accidentally consumed the first Firekeeper soul that we got. And I think it's funny that it happened to us, and it's like literally the only time I've ever done that, and it was a misclick when I was trying to consume souls to buy something. But you know, a good chunk of the player population, the Firekeeper soul is not the first soul that they get, and they probably just think like, oh, this is just a more valuable soul, just like the other souls. The bigger souls, the more ornate souls give me more, like it's good currency. And so they look at that and they're like, oh shit, let's use this. I think they did a good thing by making it not super valuable when you consume it. It's like, I think 1,000, maybe 2,000 souls. So it's a big waste to consume it, especially when you realize what it's for. But it would have been extra bad if they made it give you like 10k souls or something, because then the newer players might not learn that for a very long time. And the Estus flask would be, they'd be so confused as to how they're supposed to get by with those things, because they suck. When you don't upgrade the Estus flask, it sucks. Puppy. Puppers. Skrrr. Snossers. Oh, come on, Snossage. I've got bacon strips. Bacon strips? Nice. Their jumps are so annoying. Oh, shit! We hit him with the roll attack. The roll attack smackdown tomahawk chop. See, watch this. It's so stupid. Why would you ever fucking do that? That was just such a hilarious attack. We could do that against the mosquitoes, I guess. Choppy choppy. Alright. We're in business now. It's completely normal to come over here. They really should have put an item here too. But this is another way to look at the dog and then try to kill it with fire and stuff like that. You just can't do it. It's crazy. Can't hurt it. It's bullshiz. Ugh. It's so crazy. This is what's so frustrating about target lock. Like, how do you miss an enemy that you're target locked? It's right in front of you. It's in range, and your character just shoves a spear over its head. Like, that should not happen. All right, pupper. Coming to get you. Okay. So that is a good result there, right? We approached it like a thoughtful noob should, and we came out successful. We're definitely going to get to a frustrating point soon, because we're gonna think like, well, how the fuck, like, what's left for us? We're not gonna realize about Quelaag for quite a while. I'm trying to contemplate, is there anything that would steer me back here? I mean, I guess if we went and talked to that soldier at Firelink Shrine, and he starts like bitching and moaning again, and maybe he'll repeat his guidance that it's in Blight Town, and we could come down and just scour the area again, right? It's very interesting. New Londo Ruins. We would be curious about that. We're definitely going to read the key description. Wondering if we see anything that would indicate, oh, there's an opening there. We should go. All right, let's check it out. Let's check out that key item. Whoops. We should have started at the bottom, I guess. For bars between New Londo and Drake Valley. Oh, we know where Drake Valley is. So, that would say, okay, well, we went away from Drake Valley because we weren't doing any damage, but we know where that is, so it's a thing to come back to, right? The ruins of New Londo were blocked off, for the cursed ghosts posed danger to life and spirit, and the legends speak of a terrible dark which was sealed away. The Abyss. Okay, cool. So, one thing that happened there, when we looked at the key, our character was reminded we have a large ember. Hence, we can now give that to the blacksmith, improve our spear. We've got a couple different weapons that we can try, and we've got the pine resins that add fire damage to stuff. So we have a legit reason to go back and fight Sif and maybe other enemies, right? The thing about fighting Sif is we know that it's not going to lead us back here and to kill Quelaag. So again, what it does do is we'll start eliminating things that we know and that we can do, and eventually we're going to hit a roadblock of things to do. And that's where that situation comes into play, where I'm like, as if you were a new player and you just finally run out of things that you can do, and you're just banging your head against a wall, not knowing what to do and where to go, you would eventually hit a breaking point where you just have to look shit up. And so if I ever get to that point, I'm going to use my knowledge that I already have, right? So we're going to do what we can do without coming here and fighting Quelaag because we know that she's here. We're going to do all the other shit that we can do. And then if something doesn't miraculously bring us back here, like organically, then I will intervene and be like, okay, we're going to go back here and do this thing. I think the only way that's going to happen is if we talk to the guy at Firelink. And it's reasonable that we would talk to him again, because we're going to go back there. We're going to see different NPCs there. We're going to talk to them, and then we'll talk to him like we normally would to see what his dialogue says and what's different. He's probably going to remind us to come down here, and then we would come down here. So I think it's going to be organic. I think it'll happen. The question is, would I actually fucking see it? I would definitely be scouring the area more. And we're also going to open up the shortcut back here, so it would be less painful to come back. But it is curious to think about, like, how new players would really struggle with that. And it all goes back to my experience when I was playing this game, and when I tried to play, when I tried to play Demon Souls originally, I just quit. I got stuck. When I played Demon Souls, I didn't even figure out how to get out of the fucking Nexus. I was like, okay, well, fuck this game. You just get annoyed very quickly. Why am I not rolling there? I pressed it. You get annoyed very quickly, and you're just like, I'm playing a game to have fun. What the fuck? This sucks. What up, Lemon? Is the spider on Quelaag conscious with its own brain, or does she control the spider? So I think it's kind of like a combination of the two, right? So in that fight, if you recall, she'll pat it on its like abdomen, and then it will do a special type of attack, right? So I think it's its own being that she has merged with, but it obviously doesn't have the same senses that she has, like sight. So she communicates with it in certain ways to tell it to engage an attack. And I'm pretty sure it's that simple. I think the combat that you experience with them gives you that information. I don't think there's any... I haven't like dug deeper into it. I'm sure there's more, maybe like written lore in other places, but yeah, I don't have that intel. But I think they demonstrate it in the battle. I thought about it's not a good fight to take both of those guys on at the same time, but we can get a little separation here maybe. That's not good. Thought we were landing a backstab. So yeah, when they get up clumped up like that, you would evade. We don't know what's down here, but we do know that it's better than getting sandwiched in between the big boys. Valley of Drakes. We feel good about seeing that, except we know that those enemies are tough. So we're happy to be in a place where we can get some respite. And we just use our key, so we're like, oh fuck, okay, we just picked up this key and it opens up this area. So we've got 2 different paths to take. Well, potentially 3, right? We see this thing across the bridge. We could go. So let's see what's over here. I think it's fair to just take a gander. I'm not sure I would even know what that is at this point. I mean, we know it's a dragon, but I would think almost like, man, is that like a moth or something weird? Is it dead? There's loot next to it. I don't know how bold I would be. I don't know. What I do know is there's really no point to kill those big baddies because they drop dung pie, and there was no item in between them and me. So I think it's fair to like try to figure out where the fuck this is. So remember, we don't know where this area is. We have not come down here from Firelink, so we are completely unaware of where we actually are at the moment. And this place looks fucking cool to a new player's eyes. Like the blue flame, it's like a sunken city. dark with this hollow opening with a ray of light, and that's pretty much the only way you're getting light in this place. It's just a very cool looking spot. You could see, I think a lot of people wouldn't notice this person without that talk prompt. One of my favorite things about this game is this was one of my very first deaths. I mean, maybe it probably wasn't my first death. I know that's not accurate. It's the first memorable death, the death that I'll never forget. Because you can see here, like when you talk.
Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Ricky of Vinheim. I was once an established smith, though. Look at me now. Can you believe it?
And so, I think in the very early Dark Souls versions, you had to like press back to get out of a conversation or push through a conversation. Like, it was weird. And getting out of conversation, sometimes it would backstep you and I would jump backwards, and if you jump backwards here, you're fucking dead. And that happened to me and I was pissed. So I'll never forget that. It's fucking hilarious. And I died, I'm pretty sure I died my actual first death in Dark Souls 2 was the same thing when I was talking to the Emerald Herald at Majula. She stood right next to the fucking cliffside. I was talking to her in between the water and where she was standing, and I backed out of the conversation and back jumped into the fucking ocean. It was crazy, dude. I've died twice to NPCs through a fucking conversation. Dark Souls can kill you in so many ways. The funniest thing about that one is I'm pretty sure that gave you an achievement for your first death. And yeah, that was one hell of a way to earn that achievement.
What is it? Have you? Oh no, don't worry. I've no intention of escape. It's safe here. Can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, I've not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best in Vinheim.
So this is great because now we have this realization that, holy shit, there's another blacksmith. We don't know exactly where we are yet. We don't know how like fortuitous this guy is for early game modification. But this is great, right? It's another avenue for upgrades. We are going to do the bandit knife. And we'll probably consider, so we'll have a bleed weapon. We'll have our spear. We'll probably consider using the Iaito or something similar. We need a slashing weapon, right? And then we're going to have a bonk boy for like skelly type weapons or skelly type enemies that don't take stabby damage too well and don't bleed. So something like a mace or a club. So yeah, let's take a look at the requirements for this. Okay, so we can already use the Iaito. Again, this is a bleed weapon too, so we would actually probably reconsider improving. I forgot it was a bleed weapon, but of course it is. We would consider, we're not going to carry 2 bleed weapons, right? So at this point, we would just say, okay, this is going to accomplish 2 things. So we're going to use this as well. And then we would look at what do they sell. Oh shit, they sell sorceries. So if you were a sorcerer, this is obviously a big score for you. Early game, again, we don't know that this guy's accessible early game. So interesting stuff.
What is it? There's nothing to talk about. We're both cursed, undead. But what's there really to moan about?
And this is great because we realize that we don't need to give him an ember to actually get a magic imbued weapon. So here's where you can start contemplating. If I like the spear, I'm going to carry 5 spears, right? And I'm going to have a normal spear, I'm going to have a magic spear, I might have a flame spear, whatever. Now, I would suggest doing that for any weapon that you can't put a resin on. So like if you don't have a magic resin, then have a magic spear, right? But if you can put fire on a spear with resin, it's much better to just have that spear be regular, like physical damage upgrade, and then add the resin to it. Yes, it's not going to last. Yes, you have to reapply it. Yes, you have to continue to buy the consumable. So it's not like convenient, but if you want to be more practical with your resources and not have to farm all the time, having like the imbued type weapons for the things you can't do in any other way would make sense, and then use the resins for the stuff for the other stuff. So this would be interesting. Again, you don't necessarily learn what's weak to certain effects without trial and error. So at this point, we wouldn't know how effective a magic spear would be. What we can see is that, oh man, this looks like a massive improvement because we go from 129 physical damage to 97, so that's not a big drop off, but we add 105 magic damage from 0. But if you're fighting something that is like impervious to magic damage, so I'm gonna guess like the crystal golems probably don't take fucking magic damage for shit, just because of the way they look, right? That could be like a terrible situation. We don't know that. So it's one of those things where you just get multiple spears, you test it out, you learn.
Goodbye then. Keep your head on it.
It is a ninja cleric, that's right. That's the thing. I mean, if you're gonna like truly play the cleric, like you could use, I mean, what is technically a cleric weapon? I know you start with a mace, but I mean, like, what clerics are running around with weapons? It's just kind of silly. I don't think it's a real thing. Look at these 24 souls, baby. Did we have... It's kind of crazy because I don't think we notice. Yeah, this is hard to notice that you can actually go back up. Because we know this is how we got down here. But I think it's pretty easy because of the way we started. We saw this guy, we kill him, we go over there, then we come over here, we kill these things. We're just... Like, this is, again, one of, like, the last things I would notice. So I think what would happen is we would continue forward. And hopefully the ghosts are a problem and they push us back, right? Now we know they're going to be a problem because we're not going to know to put the transient curse on. So we're going to like start swinging at them and we're not going to do shit. And that's going to be a big problem. Ah, I want to kill the helpless guy. All right. How many people have accidentally killed themselves by trying to like stab a dude that's sitting on the edge? I know it's happened to you. Don't lie to me. We picked up a transient curse. I think we would read this because it is not... We've never seen it before. Limb of the victim of a curse. Temporary curse allows engagement with ghosts. The only way to fight back against ghosts who are cursed beings is to become cursed oneself. The safest method, however dreadful, is to cut off an arm of the dead. Well, now we know that we can hurt ghosts. So we're probably going to get stuck here for a minute. Just depends. We're going to get in here. We don't know that ghosts are here yet. I mean, we just looted an item that says it, but that doesn't mean that they're here and we haven't put it in our inventory yet. Okay, now we see a ghost. I don't think I would do it just yet. Okay, now I would fucking realize that I need to get back and potentially put that item on. That's a good point, Queso. I respect that. That's the honesty I want to see. All right. You know what's kind of weird? Why do we not see the status effect on our, like, health bar? It should show that. Okay. So the damage we deal isn't terrible. And this means we're going to be sticking around. Ooh. Ooh. Now we know this is very good. Oh! Okay. You can kind of see it. Okay. Okay, we see there's something. Oh, shit! You would know to get the fuck out of there. Okay. Good stuff. Learning lessons. So when we actually figure out what to do with those things, it's going to be a big bonus for our character. So we used one on accident. We realized that it didn't really give us fucking shit. So it's not a good thing to consume. So I'm going to read the description of it. Very nice. I love the blue torches here. It's a nice touch. Hello, ghost. You know what I've never tried? Having a transient curse on and using magic. I imagine it still works. But like, that would suck if you were a sorcerer and transient curse didn't help you. Okay, this would be bad. We wouldn't like this at all. It's kind of fucked that a ghost can body block you. We know we've got absolutely no heals left. So this, but the problem is we do not know that Firelink Shrine is right behind us. So like, that's a problem, right? Like, we're pretty sure we're fucked. This would not be a continue, like, right, if I was doing this right here, I'd be looking to see if I see a bonfire. If I don't see a bonfire, all I can do is go back. I cannot risk. It's been the... Think about where we know the bonfire is. bottom of Blight Town, right? That's where we spawn if we die right now. We cannot, as a noob, fuck around in this spot. This is like... This is probably where you would use a homeward bone. But we know that the enemies behind us, there's like nothing here. There's nothing that can hurt us. So I would take the gamble here. And I would probably work my way towards that bridge where we saw the thing that we don't know if it's dead or not. Yeah, and I just don't know if I'd see this, man. I'd see that guy. The question is, would I see the opening? I think I'd be scouring right now, honestly. I'd be looking for a fucking bonfire. I'd be like, there's gotta be a bonfire. Because we've had so much ground covered with no bonfire. So I would definitely be looking around at this point. So I think it's reasonable that we would make our way up here. If I can walk up the stairs. And I would die right here. I would run in there and die, not seeing that there was no lift. Like, whoa, sweet. Yeah, I think I'd find that opening, specifically because I'd be craving a bonfire and be walking around very slowly with my shield up, being like, oh, fuck, please. Right when you get here, if you've played the game enough, you recognize this sound as Sanctuary. I don't think I would realize that just yet, but now I would, and I'd be like, oh, fuck. Where is this? Like, how? Where is this in Firelink? This would be one of those moments where I'd just be so fucking pleased. And it's funny because she's dead. We never got to see Lautrec. And we don't get to cash in our Firekeeper souls just yet. Dead. That's some shit. I don't think I've ever seen that message of just straight up dead. I don't recall seeing that before. So we get here, we think, you know, we see that she's dead. We don't know why. And we see that this fucking thing is not lit. And that is a major kick to the balls. Like a massive punt to the nuts. Because not only do we have to now go to the next place we know a bonfire, we could go that way, but it's not impossible to take a fucking cheapie. Or we could go up the elevator, and that's pretty safe. We just have to get by 3 undead. But then we have a realization. We have a way to heal. Oh shit. We can heal with a humanity. Boom. And now we know we can make it to a bonfire and not be fucking panicked.
Have you been to the ruins of New Londo below? Just head down the stairs and take the lift. It's certainly worth a visit. It was once an undead city. You may find a clue or two, unless the ghosts find you first.
I don't know if he said that line to us earlier, but man, If he did, it would have been awesome if we listened to him and went down there earlier.
How did that old man make it back? Unexpected. But I suppose stranger things have happened.
Old man, huh? So maybe he's talking about Laurentius, which would be really surprising, because he doesn't seem like an old man. And I think he called him something else, like a crazed pyromancer or something. Swamp pyromancer. I don't know what he called him before.
Oh, have you seen that terribly morose lass? The firekeeper. She's stuck keeping that bonfire lit.
He doesn't even acknowledge that she's dead.
She's mute and bound to this forsaken place. They probably cut her tongue out back in her village, so that she'd never say any god's name in vain. How do these martyrs keep chugging along?
He says he has so much intel, but it's funny, like, if he would have said that to us earlier, and maybe he did and I just forgot, that's really good intel for us earlier.
Hmm? What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone.
It's crazy because he says so much.
Hmm?
How does he not know she's dead? The fucking bonfire's extinguished. Okay. So this has got to be the old man that he's talking about.
Well, I see you made it out. Yeah, I made it out safely too.
Not really an old
I
man.
have my pyromancy of the Great Swamp, so I can usually manage with a bit of care. Oh yeah, by the way, I can share my spells with you. I think you have a knack for it. All you need are the materials. I'll be pleased to help you. And unless you find the magic's unsavory.
I love this. Unless you find the magic's unsavory, how do you answer? No, I don't find them unsavory, or yes, teach me magic. It's such like a... People get this question get it wrong all the time.
Oh really?
See?
Well, that's a
So
shame.
you have to
But
respond
it's your choice.
to the
I'm on the
very
fringe.
last thing
Yeah,
that he
I know.
says.
Undead
But
or not,
most
that's
people
who I
think
am.
you're responding
I only
to,
wish that I could have
will
been
you
patient
teach me?
somehow.
Do I want you to teach me? Yes, right?
Oh, hello there. Oh, and I'll be pleased. Yeah, wonderful.
I don't
I'm
think
sure that,
originally
they'll be of
they
some use,
give you
some
the
assistance.
opportunity
Here,
to
let's
change
take
your
this.
mind. I remember this being like a fucking death blow. I answered that wrong my first playthrough, and he, like, back in OG days on 360 or whatever, you couldn't reconcile that. I'm not sure if absolving your sin would have corrected that either.
A flame from the Great Swamp. Now you're a fully fledged pyromancer. Why, let's get started right now.
So we're not going to use the pyro flame. It's super OP. It is incredibly powerful. Specifically because you don't need any stats to use it. So it's just... It is the singular best item in the game by far. It's not even close. And of course it's got lots of options. And yeah. It's just crazy OP. This thing is amazing.
Goodbye then. Be safe, friend. Don't you
At this point, we would remember this guy's here and see if he's got anything new to say.
Oh, hello. Terrific to see us both in one piece. And pray that you never go hollow.
So, I think what I'm not remembering correctly is this guy probably doesn't become a merchant until either you ring the second bell or you rescue the old wizard, and then he will teach you some low-level shit.
Oh, you again? Me?
No,
I've
you're not
become
remembering it
separated from
incorrectly,
my lady.
Casey.
I've scoured near and
That's the
far,
way it was.
but no
I think they
sight.
changed it.
Where could
They
she have
patched
gone?
it. I don't
My
think it's a
lady.
remaster thing.
To think I swore to protect you with my life. Your Highness, where have you gone? I am entirely to blame for this. Oh, woe is me. I am unworthy, deathly so.
True.
Oh, I'm sorry. Miracles, was it? Sometimes I lose myself. Pay me no mind.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we could consider greater heal. Is this just another way to heal, right? It's one use though. It's just such a terrible fucking spell, right? Great miracle cast by advanced clerics restores high HP. Great heal excerpt borrows from only several verses of great heal. As a result, it can only be cast a stark few times. Clerics, man, they just really, at least early game, or for a very long time, they just fucking suck, man. There's no good way to put it. Clerics just blow early. All right. Now we still wouldn't be like totally careless because we don't have any heals, but at this point we would be pretty safe, right? So we would just go about this the easy way and then head over to our bonfire. And we know we wanted to go back to the blacksmith anyway, so it's not like a terrible situation. So we've got some things to do. And then we can start evaluating our course from here. Bonfire. Very nice. Ooh, we just realized that we haven't kindled that. Excellent. My character also just realized that he has not gone over there yet. So we're gonna check that out in a second. Another place, perhaps?
Why, that's a fine ember you have there. I could smith some mighty weapons with one of those.
You like it?
Lend it to me.
Lend?
Magnificent. You won't be disappointed. I can hardly wait to get started.
Oh, so now we see we've got a dragon weapon and a dragon scale that can improve that weapon. And my eyes would immediately be bulging out of my skull looking at the damage this thing does. Like, what the fuck? And then we see it takes 50 strength and we stop thinking about it at all. So notice that even though we gave him the large ember, we don't have an opportunity to upgrade our spear. It's not showing up. Why is that? You have to modify it. It's kind of a weird thing, right? Like going from +5 to +6, it's not really like a modification. I don't like how they did that. It makes sense if you're changing the weapon type, right? If you go to raw, you go to divine, that makes sense. That's a modification. Going from +5 to +6, that's not a modifier. And it's just a weird way that they did that. I don't like it. It can confuse people probably. It's a weird thing. But now we're here. And we've got a +8 winged spear. Now, one thing we're going to realize is that shit, we can't buy large titanite from this guy. And we know that the only place that we can remember that we picked it up was Blighttown. So Blighttown in our minds means upgrade materials, potentially. So there's a reason to go back there for that. But nothing's reminded us that the second bell tower thing is there, and we didn't see anywhere to continue, right? We thought we scoured Blighttown and then made our way out of it, in our minds. Alright, let's work on the Iaito. Let's get that to +5. Boom. Okay. We have 2 weapons now.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither.
2 weapons that we can legitimately use. And that one actually might be lightweight enough to allow us to hold on to both and still have a decent roll. Let's see. Yeah, 17.5 into 90. I think we're going to be just fine here. Really? I thought we had enough to use this. Oh, shit. Wait, don't we have 20 decks? We stopped at 17. Okay. That's my bad. But we'll use it soon. Hello. Hello, sir. Okay. Oh, this is a great opportunity. Look at my YouTube sign that's glowing in the back, and then look at the thing to the left, lower left corner of it. Looks like what you see on screen, huh? He's just sitting there on my bookshelf.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall, or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak.
He's a bald. He's a bald. I think he's got blue eyes. What's up, buddy?
Still closed. Still closed. Still closed. Still closed.
I think his little utility belt. Fantastic character. What up, Who Hash? I can send you the link on Discord if you want it. Send me a DM on Discord so I don't forget. I never tried to look under here. It's kind of cool. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just looking underneath the gate. Neato. What can we see over here? Nothing. Okay. You know, just when you pay attention to this, you immediately notice the pressure plate. I don't know if you think anything about it, but you notice it for sure. Well, I mean, he's like still closed, and you really don't know how the fuck you would open this. Like, there's no indication, there's nowhere to go. I do love this bridge with all the vegetation and stuff. It's one of the cooler looking things. I just kind of wish that down below here was a place that we actually played too. It'd be cool. All right, so now we have to think. We have a good reason to go fight that dog, because we have improved our weapon double what it was before. It was +5 and now it's +10. So we should go womp that dude, and we have the charcoal pine resin. So it is time to womp the pup. We can take a stab at this guy too and see what's happening. See how much damage we do. It's better. It's not great. It's better though. I don't think there's any reason to kill that guy just yet. That's not what we're here for. We know he's right next to a bonfire, but we're also in our human form, so it's kind of a waste if we die. No need to take the ultimate risk there, right? Now we see the bush dudes. I think we're killing them in 2 hits now instead of 3. Might have been 2 before, but I want to say 3. Again, these guys have such a high drop rate of those materials, so it's definitely worth just grabbing it. It's good to see you, Hoo-Hash. It's been a minuto. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Clank. All right. I hate it. Oh, this is also a good opportunity to kindle the bonfire over here. I don't think we've done that. And it'll also help us with the bouse. I think we might have actually. No. That flame looked kind of spicy for some reason. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit taller now. All right, so I'm thinking we've got lots of consumable souls, potentially. Let's not make the mistake of the Firekeeper soul. But I like the idea of trying to consume all these things and getting to the point where we can use our Iaito, because if we're thinking about our time fighting the dog, there was plenty of missed attacks because of how the dog is when you're underneath it. So it might be something that's worth looking into there. We want to have the option, right? And if we get this dex to level 20, well then we can carry the Iaito and then swap to it. Boom. All right. We've got some variety now. And let's actually look at our damage numbers there. So 154. It's gonna be up here. I need to put some shit in there. And 132, but with a B scaling versus a C scaling and a slight E with strength. So the damage might be similar or almost the same, but if the enemy is weak to slash versus like stab, then that could make the difference, right? Also, if we're thinking about things, we never really went that direction. So we know what we want to do, but it also gives us an idea of we might go that way in a second. And then we remember the cats. We know the cats weren't in that exact spot, but they could be close. So we want to be wary of those. I think at this point, I would attack a mushroom. Be like, you know what? I want to see what the fuck these things do. The call of the mushroom. If you follow this guy, it's going to run back to the big boppers. That's why you don't want to let it get away. See if we can get no drop. We don't know that it drops anything. I do, but my character doesn't know that yet. All right, so we're not going to use the pine resin. We think that that would be effective, but we're going to see if just using our weapon alone is good enough. Because we did a pretty good job. And we see immediately that these upgrades have been very effective. A dick stab. Oh! That was bad. You don't... I don't like him being up in the corner like that. It makes it very difficult. Come on over, puppy. Hasn't brought that one out in a minute. Oh! Damn it. Why are you looking at me like that, dog? Stop it! Aw, pupper. Poor doggy. Feels bad. Just kidding, I love it. What kind of monster? What kind of monster? I don't know if I would have gone behind here, but I saw it already, so it's gonna happen. Rip. I mean, I think I would have, actually, because I'd be like, okay, well, we killed the boss, now what? When you kill a boss and, like, you don't get any kind of new direction, then you're like, oh, well, fuck. Okay. I was hoping that after I defeated him, I would get some kind of clarity on what I want to do next, right? What's up, George? I was talking about you earlier with Queso. I don't remember if you responded to me the other day when I was talking about playing Dead Space Remake next, or whatever that other like clone game is. What is that? I can't remember the name of it, but that is what I'm gonna play after this Dark Souls run. So wanted to make sure you were able to see it on replay if you can't make it live. So we know that we have more souls right now than we pretty much ever do. So we want to go back to the bonfire and utilize that. I think at this point, this is where we're going to start realizing, like, oh, okay, well, you know what? Let's start using our convenience items. So we don't want to be fucking running around. We're going to get the Homeward Bone spell, the Homeward spell. So let's use these while we have them. And do it like that. All right. So we know that we can only have one slot at the moment. So 1 point in attunement gives us a second slot. So we know we want that. And then we're going to start using some bump up in faith. All right. Oh yeah, George. So I'll yeah, keep an eye on Discord because I'll DM you and let you know like which one I'm playing. And you know, just communicate with you like I said I would when I was ready to play it. Let's see. Okay, let's explore the area to the right. We just identified that we hadn't done that yet. So let's see. In these situations, I would hug the wall. We already see some loot down there. We like that. We also like that... Oh, these are stronger bushes. Interesting. How can they be so much stronger? They're just bush dudes. That's really strange. Good thing I hit the strong attack, because that made it only 2 swings. Give me that money. Blade of Darkness? I don't even think I've ever heard of that game. What is it? It sounds like something on like the PlayStation 2. That title sounds like a really old title. Yes! Feels good to hit those jump attacks, man. Love it. So, if you notice there, the Bushman should have taken 3 hits because I was hitting him with R1, but he jumped back. If he's doing the jump back animation, he's weaker. It's kind of cool. You weak, pathetic fool. Bushman. So many bush dudes here. I kind of doubt the whole iframes things when stuff like that happens. Ooh, it's Shiva's armor set. Oh boy. You get a good look at him from up here. This, you would be like, holy fuck. And yeah, of course, we know that's there. We've seen it already, but not from this angle. And that looks fucking insane. It's hilarious how that is just a creature you wouldn't even contemplate going near. It just seems unkillable. Like, what are you going to do? Hit it with your spear? Your Iaito? You gonna carve up a thing that's bigger than most houses? It's so stupid. It's just beyond anything to expect that you could fight that. It would bump into you and one-shot you just off of its mass alone. What up, Darkside? It came out in 2001 for the PC. It's considered to be the pioneer of the Soulsborne games. Interesting. So it's, yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of it. I'll have to look at it, man. I mean, I don't want to say that I'd play it. I don't know. But it sounds interesting. Bushman. Nope. Uh-oh, more Bushmen. Loot in front of the Bushman? I ain't scared. Alright. Ooh. Oh! You see a bridge, and then another bridge, and then you get a closer look at this guy. You're like, holy shit. It's crazy to, like, let's try to figure this out, right? Ooh, you see the item. How the fuck does something that big get in this little ass body of water? And how the fuck is this massive influx of water through this gigantic waterfall not filling up this place to the brim and flooding it? Where's the logic? I always ruin video games for myself when I start thinking about things like this. What? This doesn't make any goddamn sense. What is this? It's a terrible way to live. I wish I could be a child with an innocent, dumb mind again. I'm just going to be weaving through here and see if I can find anything fun. Hear an owl. The water is like milky. I don't know if it's from the glow of the flowers or it's supposed to be from the moon. It's really crazy looking though. Let's see if there's anything Oh, okay, so that's how you get to the bridge. We would definitely go look at that. Ooh, we see a ladder. Interesting. I would recognize this as bad place. Bad place. I don't... Oh, and I already see the cat. I would turn around and say, nah, I'm good. Especially that I see this item. I want that. I want it. Give it to me now. That is kind of disappointing. I mean, sure, it's nice, but... Oh, yeah. This would be very exciting, right? A very exciting discovery. Also... I'd be like, huh? Do I want? Oh boy. Oh boy. I think at this point I would do it. Because, I mean, what else do we have to do? Dude, your hands would just be on fire. Oh, shit. I don't even know if we could step into that water, you know what I mean? Oh! And then you would never come back here again. That would be the experience. God, could you imagine if that's the first time that someone encounters the Hydra from that angle and that is their fucking experience? One shot, like it did exactly what you would think it would do. It fucking obliterated you. Like, why would you ever go near that thing? There's no way you would try to fight that. It wouldn't make any sense. Even if you had a bow, you'd just be like, clink. You'd shoot this tiny little toothpick into this thing. And yeah, we know it can kill it, but it's like, you wouldn't think it would at all. It doesn't make any sense. And you wouldn't even try it if you had a bow, because it's so dumb. But yeah, I mean, you would, like, for me, I wouldn't even consider going back to get those souls. I'd just be like, okay, well, that's just the cost of doing business right there. Yep. So now I would be saying, all right, well, it's time to backtrack and think about something else. Is there lore why only 2 Hydras, or where they come from? So the second Hydra at Ash Lake makes a lot more sense than this one. I do not know why this one exists here. I personally think this one here is just incredibly dumb, bad game design. But, you know. Alright, it's actually a good time to try out this weapon, because we know what damage the other spear thing does. So, we like the moveset because it slashes. And that's a good slash too, right? If we need a stab, we can. So that's actually really good against the crystal lizards. Backstep R2, backstep R1. So not like a huge slash radius unless you're doing the R2, but definitely much wider sweeping than the spear. Close damage, not the same, but faster attack, much faster attack, and bleed. But one key thing that we have to identify: cannot protect while swinging. Here we're defending while we swing. Of course, the stamina damage there is bad. You can see here, lower stamina expenditure. So you just gotta figure out what you want. What do you want to sacrifice there? What up, Ghetto? Give me that. Fuck. That's right. I got greedy. Titanite catch pole. That is a crazy weapon. We're gonna look at that. Base damage 125, but magic damage 145. Okay, we've got a unique weapon here. We like that. The requirements to wield it aren't insane at all. One more strength to solo hand wield it. I think we want to put this on just to see what we're looking at here. Let's check out the moveset. And we're a little wonky with it because it's a big boy. Oh, that's slow. The R2 is a jump attack, so I wonder what it does on its own with the jump attack. It's just the same thing. Is it a little bit different, actually? Okay, so the R2 jump and the kick R2 jump is the exact same movement. The backstep R2 is just like a slower jump. This moveset is extremely limited, and it's not surprising. But in the right condition, I bet that's a bad boy. I bet it's a baddie. All right. I like it. Okay. So now it's time to start figuring shit out, right? We know that those ghosts were at Anne Orlando. We were doing fine against them. We just ran out of health because we got there with only like a couple Estus flasks. So that's where we're gonna go. It would make the most sense to me. We're close. We are close by, and we know that it's undiscovered territory for us. So, should be good. I wonder. I think at this point I'd be kind of curious about this. Let's see what we can see from here. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean Anne Orlando. I meant New Londo Ruins. All right, so that is interesting. That would really catch my eye. Okay, some chests. Shiny falchions. So the chests are immediately something that we would notice, that we're like, okay, well, and they're down below. I don't think I would necessarily expect that I could jump onto that thing right there. So that wouldn't be something that I begin with. But I'm pretty sure that I would try to drop down here. And I don't know if this is a fucking death drop or not. Oh, not bad at all. Okay. Oh, Ghetto, I've played it plenty. I've played it a lot. I'm trying to play the game through the eyes of like a noob and play in the fashion that I would if I didn't know anything. So yeah, like I know all this stuff. I'm just playing as if I was playing for the first time and trying to do the things that I would have done without the knowledge that I have. It's been kind of fun. It's been a cool little experiment. And then if I ever get like stuck doing the logical things, I'll start to like allow myself to progress the game, progress the story by utilizing my knowledge. This is obviously another area that we could go forward in, but we don't have any information about why the skeletons reanimate or like what we could do to prevent that. Light it, please. Alright, Skelly's followed us, but they're moving back. Okay. So now we're going to go back up the elevator and see if we can figure out a way to get the other thing. So, seeing that on the rooftop, I think what I would try to do first is try to get over here. Rip. I would actually, once I'm down here already, I would actually look over here and be like, well, maybe if I get on the ledge and go around it, there's some kind of way to get on top, right? That would make sense. I'm kind of surprised they didn't make this a method. Oh. This would have made a lot more sense if you could step onto this and ascend from here. Then it would make way more sense how people would organically discover the nest. But yeah, you get jammed up here. There's no way that I would be able to make that. Oh! It actually looked like it was going to push me up for a second. That would have been sick. Like the tree jump in Dark Souls. It's Dark Souls 2 or 3? Can't remember. Yeah, so I think... I know for sure this would be something that I would be tinkering with for a minute. Like, dude, can I actually fucking get there? Like, what? What do I do? How do I solve this? I don't know if I would ever make that one jump, though. I think I would. After a certain amount of time, we see that it's got that opening there. Because the reason we wouldn't try this jump more than once is because we see that we already know that the ledge around that building does nothing for us. So getting on that really doesn't accomplish anything. It would just allow us to jump to that ledge then. So the only way that we can see to get over there, which is above the building, is on this path. So, you know, after trial and error, this would actually make sense, right? And I missed it. Oh, I thought it was going to kill me. What's up, Skill? Damn you bastard. Alright. Let's do that. Let's do that again. Maybe we'll do it successfully. It was weird seeing that dead skeleton there. For a second, I had to remind myself what I was looking at. This would be exciting. Getting here right now. You'd be like, oh shit. This is definitely something, right? You'd immediately know this is how you do that. And I don't know. I think I'd be so focused on that thing that I don't know how likely it would be that I'd see this. I might see it after I jump over there and be like, fuck. I think it's a 50-50 if I would see that. Would I go into the nest? I think I would because of the eggs. And I would see that. Yes, I would see that. Okay. Without the eggs, I don't think I would walk all the way to the nest. The eggs make it. The eggs make it because I kind of want to break them, right? Is that the normal thought? Well, when I curl up, let's see what's going through my new brain. I don't think I would wait long enough. Could you imagine? Could you imagine how many people do that and they're like, well, the fuck? I think this should happen so much sooner than it does. I just counted 7 seconds. That's just not... I can't go back there. It's not... I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't be there for that long. I don't know, man. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'd be like, what am I missing here? 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. Like, how long can you fucking wait? I'm not, like, it doesn't make sense. I wouldn't do it. I would find this thing miraculously, and I wouldn't get to experience going back to the undead asylum because it takes so fucking long. I would think that there's, like, okay, maybe it's just like a meme. I curl up like an egg. Cool. Like the bird should start moving or interacting like almost instantaneously at that point. It's not like it's stupid. It knows you're at its nest. The bird would definitely react. It's got a nest with eggs in it and it's in proximity. It's very acutely aware of the shit that's going on around that nest. So it's really strange to me, right? That's just a really strange thing. I would not sit in there for that long. And I think finding it is in the realm of possibilities. But, yeah, just me personally, I wouldn't sit there for longer than 10. I don't even know how long it takes. I mean, we identified it definitely takes longer than 10 seconds. So yeah, we're gonna go to New Londo Ruins. I don't know why I got back on this thing. That just fried my brain. That I have to refuse. I have to refuse to return to the Undead Asylum out of principle. It's a sad day. But you know what also is sad? We're going to the New Londo Ruins, and we don't have a fucking bonfire. That's tough. Huh? I don't remember seeing that. Why was that there?
You again? There's nothing to... Oh, actually, something strange did happen. That crow flew off with somebody in its clutches. I think it was a man curled up in a ball. Stranger things have happened, right? No, maybe not.
I've never heard that voice line. I've never talked to this guy after sitting in the nest and leaving the nest because that's got to be the only way he triggers that voice line. That's crazy. That's how you would say, what the fuck? And you would go back there. Holy shit. Has anybody ever heard that voice line before? I mean, it's got to be known by like the Omega nerds for Dark Souls because they dig through the voice lines and they know all the files. I've never heard him fucking say that. That's crazy. I love how he knows that I did that, but the crow didn't. Wow. So this is what I was talking about when I said hopefully we'll have some organic thing that pushes us down to Quelaag. Because at some point, I feel like the game should recognize like, oh man, he's done a lot of stuff and there's really nothing left for him to do besides kill Quelaag and ring the second bell to advance the game. I'm really hopeful that that dude will get to that point and say that to me. Like, hey buddy, you know that place? Go back down there and there's some shit. That was just a really wild revelation. I have never heard him say that before. That's crazy. "22 seconds. What the fuck?" I remember it was long, but that's crazy long. That's absurd. Like, how many of you are just sitting there for 20 seconds without feeling like an absolute moron? So this would immediately be like just a very drastic change seeing these undead with torches. You'd be like, what? The funny thing is, we won't even be like here for a few seconds before we fall into the pit. We will fall into the pit like Andy from The Office. There's just no way. Oh wait, this is so funny. I know this is meant for that, but it's so hilarious to see it this way around. Good job. Go straight ahead. Okay. You get pincer attacked. Oh wait, the pincer attack's on the other side. But straight ahead, here we go. Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe how funny this would be. Not the fucking undead. Ba, ba. I think we're gonna go for some bleed action, actually. There we go. This is why we want this. Big booty buns. At this moment, our character is like, holy shit, bleed is nice. Bleed is like, it's actually like 4 hits at once with this weapon. Very, very strong against the stray demon. Dun, dun. Oh, gross. I forgot he drops a slab. Oh, you guys realize what just happened? I feel like my chat's not working. Sorry if it's not for some reason and you guys are actually talking to me, but this dude, the guy at Firelink, the crestfallen dude, he saved us. We were not going to be able to go to the Undead Asylum because there's no way my character would sit there for 22 seconds in the crow's nest. It just seemed like nothing was going to happen. We talked to him. I heard a voice line that I've never heard him say before, and it made us go back to the crow's nest and sit in there and wait until it happened. And that just brought us back here. We got a boon of souls, but we got a slab, a Titanite slab. That's massive. And what we don't know yet is that we're going to pick up some stuff. The peculiar doll. So we're going to start learning about other areas. Would my guy have a hard time getting out of here? I guess he would see the torch. Yeah. Lessons in Dark Souls. Look for the torch. Tough little hallway here. So the crit damage seems to be pretty close to our spear. Okay, now the spear's doing more. Red Chonky. Oh, you can hear the flies. There's bugs on the dead rat. Yeah. Alright, let's check out the thing that we just picked up. We know it's a key item, so we won't pretend like... Isn't it a key item? What? Oh my god, okay. A strange doll with strange dress. There once was an abomination who had no place in this world. She clutched this doll tightly and eventually was drawn into a cold and lonely painted world. Okay. Now who's going up to that giant ass painting and getting right up on top of it in the painted world? Or not in the painted world, but in Anne Orlando. Like that's a pretty big stretch, right? They do put an armor set in the left corner of that room that's on the wall where the painting is, but nothing's actually getting you in front of that painting. It's cool. It's fucking ginormous. So, I mean, like, when we get back there at some point, like whenever we do get in front of that painting, I'm really curious to know the proximity of which you have to be standing before it asks you to inspect it. Because if it's like right on top of it, that's one of those things where I'm like, that's just not, that's not good game design from that perspective of people should find this, because almost everyone would not unless they knew to go do that. The peculiar doll certainly doesn't give you any information that would push you in that into that painting. Sure, it's the key. I wonder what happens. I don't think I've ever approached the painting without the peculiar doll in my possession. So I'm almost curious to see what happens if I didn't have it and approach the painting. Does it even give me any prompt? I wouldn't expect so, which would make it even worse of a design. Because then if somebody does get the peculiar doll, why would they ever go back to that painting? That just wouldn't make any sense. You know what's kind of funny? This bonfire might actually be the bonfire that I want when I go to the New Londo ruins, because I don't have it at Firelink Shrine, but it's the closest to get me to Firelink Shrine when compared to the blacksmith. This is also going to be funny because we're going to get the rusted iron ring in a second. This would have been a real surprise to see this guy here. I partially blocked that, but it didn't make the sound. Oh, too quick. Is he this weak? Is he really doing no damage to me? Come on, dude. Ooh, he just missed. His swings are very unique. I like his attacks. They're tough to, like, that one wasn't. But the other ones looked like kind of tough. I guess it's just because you don't see them much. Fuck, I wanted to do something fun. Poor fat roll. Poor fat roll. Ooh, we like crest shield. We like. So, 80 magic damage. A very good quality shield against casters. You know, if you had that for the Moonlight Butterfly fight, that would have been really solid. Boulder's Revenge. It's kind of cool to take a second pass at this place and see what might be different. This is a fun little discovery. Okay. I like that we've got these two weapons that we're swapping through. It's making things a little bit more spicy for me. I don't have the same animations that I'm going through. Oh, this would be so exciting to get this item finally. It's like, fuck yeah! Yes! And then you look at it and be like, oh, this reminds me, we have the Hornet's Ring. We should have been wearing this. We don't need the Wolf Ring over that. Now we're going to change it. Improves balance on poor footing. And be like, what? Just reading that, I'd be like, what the fuck does that even mean? How would that benefit us? On ice? What? The iron ring was used to shackle the guilty. It is terribly rusted and faintly stained with blood. Those who find this strange ring to their liking will be pleased to find it easier to gain footing on poor ground such as swamps. Boom. The very last fucking word it tells you what this thing is good for. Here. if you obtain this ring before you do things in Blighttown, it is glorious. It is such a fantastic ring to have. Always come back here to grab this ring before you go to Blighttown, if at all possible, which should always be possible because you can get back here the very moment you access the elevator in the upper Berg area. So always come grab this ring. Even if you don't want to fight the Asylum Demon or any of that other shit, you can just run through here and grab this ring and get the fuck out. Definitely do that. Highly recommend. All right. Well, we killed that other stuff, so you can just go through here. And then we could check the rest of the areas we haven't gone through and see what's what. Whoa! I knew he was there, but, you know, we can't break the rules. So the backstab was not as good as the counter parry damage. Yeah, it's a big difference. That's pretty wild. Huh. I don't know how many times I've ever ran back from this side and seen the opening illuminated like that. I really don't know if I've ever looked up there like this. Interesting. If I was human, I was gonna kindle that shit, but I just realized that wasn't. Okay, I think we've gone everywhere. Time to go home. Uh-oh. Fire dudes are... The torch is so strong, it's crazy. See that guy jump down there? Fuck this. I'm out. They don't pay me enough for this shit. Whoops. Read message. I know for sure my guy would not fuck with that nest over there. We just wouldn't. That would remain a mystery. Sorry, Hawk Girl. Wait, what? Okay, there we go. And this is why it's so frustrating that the other one takes 22 fucking seconds. This is instant. Boom. That's why you would get up at the other one. You'd be like, what's going on? 10 seconds? I'd stand up. I gave it 10 seconds. I'd be like, look, okay, 10 fucking seconds. Nothing happened. Nothing. There's nothing going on here. It's just like, whatever. It's the same mechanic as the original nest, but of course, it's already got you here. So where's it going to take you? Not back to the starter zone because that's the tutorial. So, like, it just makes sense in your mind in that moment that, okay, well, it's not going to work. You just got up here and the nests are just coded to give you a message to curl like a ball. Like, it's just what they do. But no, you got to fucking sit there for 22 seconds. It's really inexplainable. I don't get it. I do not understand. Excuse me. I used to be up on that hole. I'd like try to dive bomb this guy from the roof, like to land a plunging attack and kill him. I can't tell you how many ways I tried to launch myself and one-shot this dude. It's so funny. I couldn't find a way to do it successfully. Because it's hard to look up, but if you see, you can't like fall through that hole above me where it's only going to bring you straight down. You can't fall through at an angle or like with momentum or anything. Maybe if I had like the longest reaching weapon in the game, because you're going to land about right here. So whatever weapon you're swinging on a plunging attack, it's going to pretty much go like directly underneath your feet. But maybe like the Titanite catch pole or something. Maybe Smo. I think I did try Smo's hammer. Yeah, just something huge like that. I don't know. I couldn't get it. The Dragon's Tooth, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. All right. Let's see what he says now.
Hmm? What now? I'm not up for chat.
Okay, he's just not going to tell us to go to the...
Hmm?
He's just not going to tell us the shit that we need to know at the moment. But that's okay. That's all right. This is going to be the end of the episode, though. We will, tomorrow, it's a tough one. I'm just going to tell you, we're not going to be streaming tomorrow. I originally thought that I was going to stream some of the Elden Ring Night Rain netcode test, server test thing that I'm doing on PS5 this weekend. I don't know that I'll stream it, but I will record my gameplay and make a video out of it at the very least. So I'll either stream it or I'll make a video. We'll get some footage of it. So yeah, that'll be cool to look forward to. And since I don't know the next stream, like when we're actually going to do the next stream, I can't tell you when the next episode is, but at the very least, it'll be next Tuesday. So if you want to stay in tune, make sure to be on the Discord server. It's discord.gg/baldandbearded. Go into the chat, type in !Discord. It'll give you the link for that if you don't want to type in the whole URL. And yeah, I think my chat is fucking broken because I haven't seen a message in the chat for like an hour. So sorry if you've been talking to me and I can't see it. But yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that. But I'm glad the stream is still working, I think. Good night, everybody. Peace.